Yo! What's up? Finally got your attention, did I? Good. So, in today's video, we'll be finding your purpose in life. It's not going to be a direct answer that I'm going to answer the questions for you. I'm here to guide you and help you in the right step in life. Alright, grab a piece of paper and grab a pen and write these things down. You know what? I'll do it with you. So, first thing is my goals. Now, what is that? Oh, I don't know. I'll give you an example. So, if I ask you this question, do you have a sort of dream physique in the gym or in general I want to look like a Greek god, or I want to look like Aphrodite, or some sort of things like that? If the answer comes to your mind like, yes, just like that, write that down. Yes, I want a great physique. Cool. Now you've written down the goal, just right there. Took you less than 1 minute and 30 seconds. In the gym, what kind of physique would you want? Oh, I want to look like Sam Sulek. Oh, I want to look like Gorilla. Or no. Don't overthink things. Here's something that you need to focus and think from your perspective, not what everyone else wants, but what you want. If you really love calisthenics and you want, let's say, a Greek god body physique, but you want to be very flexible and you love calisthenics, do that. Write that down. Calisthenics. Cool. You already wrote down what the purpose of your training is. What's next? I want to look like Aphrodite. Just as an example, that if you want the classic hourglass physique that all these girls in the gym are chasing, and if you want that, now I'm looking at the woman's perspective, then write that down. Cool, now you have a goal when it comes to the gym. What about purpose in life? I don't know. I'm confused. I'll tell you my purpose in life. This is going to be a little story on the side. So, when I was 15, 16, and 17, all the way up into my early 20s too, when I was 20, 21 too, I had no clue what I wanted to do in life, and I just did what everyone else told me to. Go to school, get good grades, yada yada, you know the blueprint. I didn't know what my purpose was. My purpose in life is YouTube. It is to help people realize how great they can be and their potential. That is my purpose. Helping others. Right there. I will write that down. Helping others is my purpose. I usually don't speak about my goals openly. When it comes to the gym and sort of things like that, I can speak about it, but I mean more specific into detail, like what my purpose is. My purpose of life is to help others, because I remember when I grew up, since the age of 12, there's a lot of things I had to figure out on my own, because I was afraid to ask for help, because I was afraid of judgment. It created, when I was young, very young, like a child, I was always feeling I was criticized by school. I was bullied for being skinny and I didn't fit in. I was bullied because I was weak. I'm glad that actually happened to me, to be fairly honest, because I realized at my age that there's certain people out there that I don't want to speak to. There's certain people out there that are not worthy of my time. But I created this purpose that when I was a child, I had to figure out a lot of stuff on my own. So it created this mindset that there are a lot of people out there that need help, that want help. And I created the purpose of this YouTube channel was to help people kind of in a need. I can't see who you are face to face right here, right now, but creating these videos kind of fulfills me on a daily basis, that it kind of motivates me even though I'm tired, and I say, I don't want to make a YouTube video. But sometimes I have to push myself and make these sort of YouTube videos because who knows? That there might be a person out there sitting behind that specific screen right here, right now, watching me and thinking, I like this guy. He makes me feel happy. I remember growing up, there was a YouTuber named Jacksepticeye, and he was full of energy. Always screaming on the top of his lungs, playing video games. And the same went for popular MMOs. It was a YouTuber that played Minecraft. And playing video games and watching these YouTubers was my kind of escape from reality. But I think the purpose in life was helping other people, because there's so many people out there that they don't speak about themselves. Instead, they watch YouTubers that kind of like their therapist and their friend without actually being their therapist or friend. But it helped me. So I did the same thing. I created my YouTube channel. And even though I'm a small YouTuber with only 150 something subscribers, I'm grateful for every single subscriber that I have, because they're spending time and effort watching my videos and hoping to grow too. That was a purpose. So we've written down my goals and purpose of life. Now I want you to write down short-term and long-term goals. So what that implies is short-term is like, let's say next year in 2026, by the end of January, you want to achieve this and that. By the end of February, you want to achieve this and that. 2026 and 2027, those are 2 years, but those are short-term goals. A long-term goal would be between 5 and 10 years. So let's start with something short. I want to just randomly throwing out the ideas out there. I want to be strong. Good. You've written down a short-term goal. I want to become intelligent. I want to be smart. I want to attract women. 3 goals right there. I want to be strong. What do you do? First of all, what we just did, you need to plan. You need to find your purpose. You need to find your strengths in the gym, as an example, or if you like calisthenics, or if you want to go for soccer or football, ice hockey, whatever, then that's your goal. I want to become smart. As the school system have told us, as our parents told us, pick up a fucking book. Start reading. I don't know what to read. Expand your vocabulary. The book that I'm reading now is How the World Isn't Built for Autistic People and What We Should All Do About It. Untypical by Pete Wormby. This is the book that I'm reading because I've always taken an interest in psychology and in general how the human mind works. So I got that book from a close friend of mine, and I'm just reading it, and it's very interesting. But on a daily basis, I'm reading the book that is interesting for me. Hold on, give me a second. As a fellow nerd, if you like Warhammer, I got this free pocket edition book, Black Library Celebration 2025. Speaking about Warhammer, the Horus Heresy, Warhammer, the Age of Sigmar, and Warhammer 40k. I haven't read this book, but I picked it up and I'm going to read it eventually. But it was free because I need to expand my vocabulary and I need to expand my intelligence. Since I have an interest in Warhammer just in general, picking up a book about the faculty that I want to, I put myself into Warhammer Space Marines or Chaos Marines. I need to read on it. I need to expand my knowledge upon that, so I need to pick up books, I need to watch YouTube videos whenever I got time. But that is aligned with my goals and my interests. You become smart no matter what kind of book you read. Some books may be debatable, whatever. But here, I'll give you another example. Let's say you're religious. You're a Muslim, you're a Buddhist, or you're a Christian. Fine. If you're a Christian, pick up the Bible and start reading that. If you're a Muslim, pick up the Quran and start reading that. It expands upon your knowledge. The 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Things like that are aligned with your specific things. It will expand on your knowledge. Remember to drink water, boys. Pick up books that are aligned with your specific goals. You want to become smarter and you want to become stronger. Combine those two things and pick up a book about strength, training. You want to attract women. How do you do that? Easy. I started doing this. I started doing cold approach and it never worked for me. Just, hey, I thought you were beautiful. Can I get your phone number? It never really worked out for me. But whenever I see a beautiful woman walking down the street or when I'm at work, every now and then I grab the opportunity and just say, hey, I like your clothing style. Hey, I thought you were beautiful. That's it. Just a very simple compliment, just like that, can exceed your progress of speaking to women. Hey, listen, even though how advanced I am right now, beautiful woman scare the shit out of me. But if you want tips, if you want to start off with speaking to women, try nightclubs. I'm not telling you to bring a woman home and have a one-night stand. No, I'm just saying use the gym, use social media as Tinder, or in general, out in public, as your playground, as your testing field. And it sounds very creepy and cringe when you say this, but more just, you need experience. If you scare off a woman and you understand that, oh shit, I fucked this up, walk away. If you see a beautiful woman on the street, and don't overthink it, but it just comes naturally, just compliment her, say, hey, I thought you were beautiful. I remember this was years ago when I was a child. I remember it was this girl that I used to have a crush on. And the most statistic way I've ever done shit is I went over to her, all blushing and overthinking, and I went over to her and said, hey, I thought you were really cute. What did I do? I bolted away with before she can even open her mouth and say anything back. I look back upon that memory with just pure joy because of how fucking idiot I used to be. It just brings me joy that, those failures, I've learned from them. But honestly, those are things that have put me in a place that I've learned from them and what to do and what not to do. 3 short-term goals for 2026, 2027. Cool, but what about long-term goals? I'll give an example. An unpopular opinion, for example. If you want to live life simple, like, I just want a dog, I just want a girlfriend, and I don't want kids. You know what? Write that down if that is actually your term. A dog, a wife, no kids. If you want that as a long-term goal, and you want this, go ahead and achieve it. But if you want, I want a Lamborghini, driving down the street and proving to everyone that I achieved, like that sort of thing, like driving a Porsche 911 down the street, achieving your dream car. If you want that, go for it. Never ever take a loan to get a car to impress someone. Is what I'm trying as another thing that you need to learn. If you have a dream car that you want, figure a way how you can achieve it. What is the main thing? Money. But how do we achieve? How do we get multi-millions? I can't answer that question for you because I'm not a multi-millionaire and I don't have a blueprint for it. I'm still working on it. But at least I know my goals, my purpose, long-term and short-term goals. And I created this video specifically for you. I don't need this piece of paper because it was only meant to help you. Anyway, it is you versus you. Fuck everyone else. I'll seek guidance when you need it. Take care, boys!